everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, and the Naval Academy, where we're honored to watch some of the nation's finest square off on the gridiron. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of squads from the American. As we'll see, the UTSA Roadrunners taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Navy Midshipmen. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UTSA's offense will go on the attack first. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Off play action on first down. Pulls it in. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Brings up second down.
They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. They'll run play action. Caught over the middle. It's hard. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
And the Roadrunners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's carry on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
From the gun, running back on the move. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Got his man downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The give to the lone running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Navy's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry. You're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big 3rd down. Let's go. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They've got the screen set up. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's an awesome-looking carry, and you know when you're playing Navy, you better get ready to try to stop the run. Whether it's option, whether it's conventional, you better practice being in your gap, everybody being sound, and getting your eyes on the football. There are 3 certainties in life, guys. You're going to die, you're going to pay your taxes, and Navy is going to tote the rock.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little
bit. Swings it out to the flat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Toss to the outside. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down at the 41.
4th down.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Tries to get it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. He wants to change this route. We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down.
6-9-1, game score. Get set, get set.
The give to the single back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Setting up the screen. Touchdown, Navy! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Oh, he's got a chance! Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. The Roadrunners want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
The offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Roadrunners line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field it close to the 50. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And here comes the Navy offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He's going to take off. Looking down the left side. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Now on second down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
Now, a 4th down.
Ready up.
The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal attempt. Trying to get it to the marker. Got a little space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, midshipman. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 25. They get him out of bounds at the 22, but a gargantuan gain on that one.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Leaves it with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Roadrunners getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He's got him in the flat. Nice move there. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll keep it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UTSA.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Navy will go back on the attack. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hauls it in. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The toss to the right. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man out of the backfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. They'll run the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that lap.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
Really nice physical running back time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the 1st half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The Roadrunners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's carry on. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
If you were me, you would do this too.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Gonna sling it on second down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he's coming out of the end zone. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Power football with the run. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They're going to ride this running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Navy.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Touchdown, midshipman! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
He'll take the return and try to improve. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Recovered by the kicking team. Touchdown, Navy! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
returner's going to try to see what he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. Just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And the Roadrunners will hustle to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's carry on. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
The Roadrunners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Roadrunners!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Navy offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
Dances away. Turning it on. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Roadrunners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Navy will go back on the attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing 2 great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The official says no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We reach the break, and Navy holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on third and long. Looking to throw. Complete. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Navy to the line, needing just a few inches on third down. He might want another play. They turn to the passing game on third and short.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down.
42, Spider.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Not much there on the line. He gets one to the 31.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. There he goes. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, midshipmen! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. And the Roadrunners headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Roadrunners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's taking a deep shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. To the ground, he's got it again. Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Navy might want to catch this defense sneaking up on 2nd and inches. They'll give it to the back. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Plenty of fireworks in